So hi everyone, thank you for joining us today for this webinar. It's a mix of two things. One of them you've heard about before, it's dōTERRA Social, and we have introduced dōTERRA Social last year in the market around this time as well. But as we are having a new campaign that is very much focused on you and on your routines and your stories, we really wanted to just show you how we have prepared content and how you can make this content your own. And that's via the dōTERRA Social. So I have today with me Raquel from Promo Republic and our social media manager, who will give you a few tips on how you can make this campaign part of your social media strategy this fall. As for myself, I'm Inês. I'm the creative strategist for Europe, and I will just walk you through why we are launching this campaign and how it came about, basically. So hope you enjoy. Thank you. So Fall for Your Routine is basically a campaign that was inspired by you, by the way you share your routines, by the way you share your experiences and your stories. And we really felt that we are very much focused on product and always talking about product, but there's like a greater picture to dōTERRA. There's the lifestyle, the dōTERRA lifestyle. And that's what we really wanted to showcase with this campaign, that dōTERRA is basically a vehicle for you to live your best life and live life in your own terms. So whether if it's because these products make you healthier, they make you happier, or because you found in dōTERRA a way to earn extra income or gain financial independence, it's really that dōTERRA can be everything you want it to be. So here you can see a few ways on how people have been sharing dōTERRA on social media. And this is exactly what we want you to do. We want you to show what the dōTERRA way is, to plant the seed of that dream, of that life that can be better, that can be happier, more vibrant, and then to drive the action through your posts. We will just in a bit reveal a really cool new tool that we have in Europe to make the enrollment process a bit more seamless. And so it's about how you tell these stories and how you make people interested about dōTERRA and make them go for the enrollment. One of the goals of this campaign, is to get you to share your routines, go and grab your phone, make a content plan about how to use these products, and to make it a bit more easy on social media, and where you can grab ideas, where you can create them, where you can schedule them and post them. That's where dōTERRA Social comes in. And so if you've never heard of dōTERRA Social, we have a little reintroduction for you, which will be hosted by Raquel. And she will also just walk you through what it is, how you can use it, and then how you can find this campaign there and really make it your own. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Raquel, who is our contact at dōTERRA Social. Raquel, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Inês. I'm going to steal the screen and share mine now. And I am really excited to reintroduce or introduce dōTERRA Social to you again, for those that may be familiar or may just be starting out on their dōTERRA and social media journey. So what dōTERRA Social does, it actually helps you grow your business through 4 key components that enable you to spend more time doing what you love, sitting knee to knee and focusing on building your business, and less time planning out social media through these 4 key pillars: content, scheduling, analytics, and the mobile app that we have. And how this is done is through content. As Ines highlighted, every single month there is brand new European customizable content in the platform all around the monthly promotions. It's easy to find, new monthly, and you can add a personal touch by jumping into the graphics editor, for example, where you can customize anything, add logos, add your personal branding, and then you can schedule everything to make sure that you're saving time, you're focusing on what you love doing, and you can choose the best posting time. And last but not least, we have analytics, which enable you to see the results real time on social media and how your content is performing. So what I'm actually going to do now is jump into the platform and give you a live overview before coming back to the slide deck and then passing the microphone to Becky. So in terms of the platform, this sits at social.doTERRA.com. Pretty easy to remember. And what you'll do is you'll see right here at the top is you continue with a doTERRA login. So only registered wellness advocates are able to log into the platform and utilize the content. So when you click login, it brings you to the doTERRA login screen, and that's all you have to do. I'm going to use my test account for today, so I will not use that. So the first thing that you do when you log in is actually connect your social media pages to the platform. You see, I already have 2 Facebook pages connected here, and I'll go into some of this content in a moment. But the way to connect a page is on the left-hand side, where you can choose any of the top social media platforms that you see here. We support both Facebook pages and groups. We support both personal and business Instagrams. However, I do want to caveat this by saying that we strongly recommend the business Instagram connection for the best experience. Not only does this exclusively give you the ability to post reels and get analytics, but it is direct posting, which means you don't need to approve anything on the mobile app, whereas in personal, you will. For all others, you need to be logged into the browser or sign in with the registered username and password of the platform that you're going into. So that is the social calendar. Then once you've connected your pages, that's when you can really unlock the power of doTERRA Social. So within the calendar, as mentioned, each month you'll receive a fresh pack of doTERRA content specific for the European market. You'll also receive suggested posts, which are these orange posts that you see in my calendar. And these are actually suggested by doTERRA Europe's headquarters themselves based on the promotions they're running. And because this is your personal social media, you have a few options here. You can simply click approve, and then this post will publish at that specific date and time. Or you can click edit, which means you can now personalize the caption, edit the image in the graphics editor, remove it if you don't want this, if this doesn't fit into your content plan, or you can choose another date and time that works. Maybe if I want this for Sunday instead, and apply and save. So now if I go back to my calendar, you can see this is going on Sunday, and I can approve it then. So when you see the suggested post in the calendar, don't feel overwhelmed because you'll get the full month's worth. This is really a starting point for you. If you're not sure where to start promoting on social, the calendar is there for you. And again, you can choose to delete it, ignore it, edit it, and customize it. So there's a lot of options for you when it comes to suggested content. And one thing to note, if you just simply ignore the content, like the approval, it will not post. So the only way this will post is if you physically click approve on the buttons. So that is one thing to note. Then when we look at the calendar itself, you'll notice a few different areas. The first is time slot settings. So this takes into account the time zone that you're based in and the space or the social media page in question, as well as the best posting times, and aggregates what we call time slots. and they're found if they're hidden here on the right-hand side. You click show time slots, and now you can see the time slots that are suggested for me to post. If you have a schedule that works for you, you can edit this and customize the names of everything. But I love the time slots, and this correlates to the scheduling platform, and I will show you that in a moment. So we'll come back to that. In addition to time slots, you have an upcoming events calendar, which highlights the best posting times, which highlights upcoming events based on national days, registered days, pop culture, sports history, etc. And just as you will dive into the library in a moment, the purpose of this is so you can find the ideas, the jumping points, anything that you want to post about, you'll find a reason here. So you have that. You can also toggle between weekly or monthly view. You can schedule as far into the future as you'd like. And I know some wellness advocates that post 6 months ahead of time evergreen content and then come in monthly to filter in the monthly promotions. So you have all of this here. So now moving into, I think, my favorite part, and the part that Ines and the entire Europe team works so hard on, is the content. So the way to do this is if you click on Content tab, go into the Post Ideas library. So this brings you into the entire repository of doTERRA specific content. And if we click on Europe, this is where you'll find this treasure trove of specific Europe content. Now, as I mentioned, each month you'll get these new promotions. So if we click on the monthly promotions English and October, you'll find all of the content that we've just released for October as well. And you can simply schedule them and use them and edit them as we go. But as Ines highlighted, we're right now running this campaign that's just for you and personalized. So the way to find that will be in Europe, Fall for Your Routine, and click on the editable assets. And from here, you have so many assets at your fingertips specific to this campaign or any campaign that doTERRA runs, whether it's a BOGO, as you can see that's here, or holiday images, you name it, it's always in here. So this is the first place to look for content relevant to you. So there are a few options that you can do with the content that you see here. We'll be focusing on the Fall for Your Routine content for the purpose of this webinar. The first is schedule. So when I find a an image that I like, I can enter the caption here, and then I choose which social media profiles I'd like to post this to. And then I click schedule. As you can see, there are a few different options here. So when you click schedule, this is for a specific date and time of your choosing. And then you can choose whether this post repeats or not. But I'm just gonna schedule it for the Monday. And I'm gonna view in calendar. So now you can see this is the post with the caption that I've chosen, and it will be scheduled at that specific time on Monday. Now, if we go back into content and go back into our Fall for You routine, I'm going to choose another item, and then I'm going to highlight a few other areas. So publish now means you're publishing it immediately. So it will go right now. Then you have add to queue. So this brings it full circle to the time slots earlier, where you will always be posting to the next available time slot in your calendar. So in this case, my next time slot was Saturday. And if I click add to time slot again, then it will go on Monday. The next time slot will be Tuesday. So that's where the time slots really come in hand, where you just want to post back to back really quickly. You already know the time slots are set to a schedule that appeals to you. So it's really easy to just post out an entire week or month according to the time slots and with the content that you do find in front of you. So if you go back to the routine again, I'm going to show you another really great aspect of this. We have, if I click use, and now I'm actually going to click edit here, you'll see that every single element of this is editable. So that's really where the joy, so to speak, of doTERRA Social comes into play, where that you can personalize every aspect of every post that you'd like to create in the platform and make it work for you. Whether you want to take this and change it to an Instagram story by, stretching out some elements here and dragging them into the background or foreground, etc. you have the total ability to customize anything. If I go back to the Facebook square, you can see I can translate this. Maybe this is in English and German, but I want it in Finnish, for example. It's very easy for you to come in and start translating this. Another really great aspect of this is we know that through the doTERRA Social Media Academy that they've highlighted the importance of your personal branding. And if you have an aesthetic that you're already following, maybe you have your favorite font, your favorite colors, or your vibe, like that's not a problem. You can totally change any of that because this is fully customizable to you. Again, your fonts are here, and you can actually save your favorite fonts and colors here in the styles tab. So we recommend that because when you do that, they are brought to the top and it's just a few clicks of the button for you to customize. While we're in the editor and on this post, I'm going to show you a few unique things about the editor. The first is the background section. So this is a repository of photo stock images. So thousands and thousands of images that are fully licensed for you to use. So this means that if you need a background image or something like that, when you're creating your post from scratch, you can come in here, click the image, it's going to change the background, and that's how easy it is to do. Objects are something to keep note of because as you can see, we have the top of the latest content in the platform. And not only that, we have really fun emojis and timely stickers. You have the botanicals, you have kits, events. And the purpose of this is as you're building your posts, you're just simply dragging and dropping it in and creating your optimal post from here. So we can go into the rest of this in a moment, but I'm going to pretend that we fully customize this. I'm going to click use. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to save it into my ideas library. And I'll go through that in a moment once my internet speeds up. So I do apologize. So from here, what you can do is click more. You can either save it as a draft in your calendar or save to my ideas. And think of my ideas as your own like mini drive, where if you love some ideas and you love some campaigns, you can save it there and then come back to it just by a click of the mouse. You click my ideas and here it is. Now it's ready to use once again. And just with a few clicks, I can add the caption, schedule to the page. And now we're ready to go for, the 1st of November, for example. So it's really easy to come in here and create your posts. Now I am going to stay here for one moment. The last aspect before I go back into the editor and finish off a few things is you can also upload a photo, a GIF, or a video. We do support all of that. Different social medias have different parameters and regulations. So just keep that in mind in terms of sizing, file size, video length, etc. But you can absolutely do that. And there are videos and some stories in the library as well. But if we're creating an image from scratch, let's say maybe a story, it's really easy to do. We can type in yellow if we want a yellow background or like an image or something that is really going to speak to our aesthetic and what we're looking for. Then you can come in here. If you just want a solid background, we do have a hack for that, where you take just a simple shape and drag it to the full size of the image. And now we can hit the ground running with a custom color or anything like that. So now the fun part comes into play where you're able to utilize the logo. Here, you can drag that in. You can create any type of post you want. Let's say I want to focus on breathe. You're dragging this in. You can type in text and elements. So it takes literally a few clicks to go from something blank to something customized to your colors, branding, the doTERRA products, and whatever promotion that you're focusing on. So that is here. One area that I did want to highlight is the saved and upload section. So saved means if I want to save on this, you're able to click save and it will go to your library here and it will come back time and time again that you can just keep on editing a post if you like something templatized. For example, this is here and I can finish what I created. We also have an upload section that enables you to upload any photos that you take, because again, it's your social media. We want you to customize this. So the photos of you actually utilizing the products or the photos that you're taking, anything lifestyle, you can always upload that here. And all you have to do is drag and drop that in, and you can see it's the same as the objects. So that is the editor portion. So far, we've covered how to log in, how to connect your pages, utilize the calendar, how to schedule content, how to explore in the graphics editor, as well as our favorite section, which is the European content and the fall for you routine that we do have here. The last step is to see how all of your content is performing on social, and that is the analytics tab. So I'm actually gonna, break the fourth wall and go into the Promo Republic asset analytics, because I am in a demo account. But once you're connecting your pages and it takes that initial 24 hours to pull the data, you'll see all of this amazing content here populated. So you can see your total growth rate, audience, your KPIs. And if you have a question on what anything means, we have these lovely tooltips which do break this down for you. But I love this section down here, which is your demographics. And I always recommend paying attention to this, because you never know where your follower base is, especially as you're growing your business. Maybe you need to add some languages that you didn't think about, or you can look at, okay, who follows you, but who is your content reaching? That's totally different, right? We have a 50-50 split here of male to female, which as before we thought we leaned heavily female. So now we know we have to make pretty neutral types of content versus just female oriented content. So this is an insight that you wouldn't know unless you're looking at the difference here. We also break down content, not only by the best time to publish, which is here. You see your top performing content, your content trends, what types of content you're posting, etc. So definitely take some time to take a look at what is being done on your social once you're posting the content, because the whole piece here and aim is to post on social, to grow your business, and to see the results in real time. So that was a brief overview of the platform. I am hopping back over to our slide deck to give you our final resources. So once again, we do have where the website lives. It's social.doTERRA.com. If you need any support, we do actually have a built-in chat into the doTERRA social that you can chat us at any time, or you can write us via email, doTERRA@promorepublic.com. And all of the rest of the resources, we recommend maybe screenshotting this page as well, because our landing page is going to be updated shortly, and the help center and community is all here at your fingertips. So with that, I'm going to pass it back to Ines and Becky. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Raquel. That was really insightful and useful. Hopefully everyone got this quick overview of how you can use the doTERRA social website and the image editor and really make this campaign yours, because in the end, this is what we want. These are the tools and the inspiration for you, but then we want you to go and grab it and share your favorite oils, share your stories, share how you use your oils in every part of your day. So whether it's with a post, with you just grabbing your phone and hitting record and sharing your routine live, think about collaborations that you can do with other people on your team. Don't forget to use the hashtag fall for your routine, and also tag us on your stories at doTERRA Europe, because we will be sharing a lot of the content during this fall for your routine campaign, because as I said before, you are at the center of everything. And I don't know, give Reels a try. That's another way of sharing your stories and your routines. We have a few really fun ones coming up, so watch those, get some inspiration. But to give you the best social media tips we have, I'm going to introduce you to Becky. Becky is our social media manager, and she is here in the Milton Keynes office. And so she has a few little quick tips for you and how you can use them to grow your social media and your business on these networks. So over to you, Becky.
Hi, I'm Becky Gaisley, doTERRA Europe Social Media Manager. And I just wanted to share a few tips and tricks with you after you've created the fantastic content from doTERRA Social. Obviously, it's incredibly important that your time and effort isn't wasted when you've created an amazing array of social media posts. The most important thing for me is that you understand the community you're talking to. So it may be that you are creating great posts, but you're not getting the engagement you require, or you would just really like it to be seen by more people. The best way to do that is to understand your community. The community I would consider are all the people that follow you. And then you can look beyond at the people that you would like to follow you and that you would like to attract. The biggest issue people find is that they don't know how to necessarily communicate with those or to properly hold the attention of the people that follow them. The best way to do that is to learn more about those people. Obviously you've got limited time, so you can't look at everybody's profile, but it's a really good indicator if you take the time to look at different people that follow you's posts, see what they're doing and what time they are online, whether they're posting on stories on Instagram or whether they're solely on Facebook. It's really important to actually have a look at what they're doing and how they are communicating with others online. My guide for that is often just to put people into kind of categories in terms of whether they are people that work full time, whether they're retired, students, and then to look into kind of how they might be online. So they may be very much active in the morning or on their lunch break or solely on the evenings. And that's when you'll be able to capture people the best if you understand when they're online. Frequency and consistency is so important. I don't suggest that you post multiple times a day. I would keep it very simple and post once a day on each platform. And you may feel that once a day is too much and that you want to post 3 times a week. That's completely up to you. And that's again going back to understanding your community. In terms of the frequency and consistency you post, that really is very individual to you and your followership. What I would say is that you need to be consistent in your message, in your branding, in the way that you put yourself forward. Always make sure that everything you do is very much approachable and talking to the people that you know will engage. Be authentic, be yourself, and post about your own personal life as well as using all of the amazing tools from doTERRA Social. Obviously, you know that you can adapt those to your style. So again, keep with a style that you love and that people will associate with you, whether that's just a color scheme or the tone in which you're portraying yourself. Hashtag strategy is such a tricky one. For me, I don't subscribe to one particular strategy. There are hundreds out there, but unless you are the person in charge of the algorithm at Meta, then you're not going to understand how best to strategize your hashtags. What I would say is that you should look at, again, your community and what your niches are. So it may be that you are looking to speak to a certain type of person, so whether that person has certain hobbies or how that might play into how they use their essential oils. For example, if you have a lot of people on that follow you that are into sport and you find that their interest is very much honed into deep blue, it might be that you want to tag in about sport and about how deep blue can help them. I would also look at making sure that you tag yourself in and that you're using your location. So I would always make sure that tag doTERRA Europe, please, because we love looking at your content and we'll often repost, but also tag in people that you think might be interested in that post, as well as using your location. So if location is very important to you and that the people that follow you are based in a certain area, then definitely use location. Engage and elaborate. Make sure that you're detailed, make sure that you're passionate, make sure that comes across. collaborate with people that you think are great online, whether they've got 5 followers or whether they've got 5 million followers. It isn't really about their following anymore. It's more about how your energy comes across online. And if you start doing lives with them, or maybe you collaborate on a post together, you will drive more interest to your post. I'm a big believer in community, and that's why I talk about understanding community. I will do another webinar and go into more detail about this. But for now, what I would say is that tapping into who it is that you are talking to is the biggest key to unlocking getting more engagement and more people following you. I would be passionate and just yourself as well, because as soon as people start talking to you and in DMs or in real life, then they will feel that energy, and you need to be consistent with that across the board. If you're having a bad day and you feel that you don't want to post anything, don't post it. Just don't post for the sake of it. Post when you're feeling energized and excited, because people can feel that even across the screen. And please make sure that you tag doTERRA Europe into everything you're posting for your routine campaign. We are so looking forward to seeing you posting about your routines and getting others to share the message as well. And thank you very, very much. That's me. I will be hopefully doing another webinar in a couple of months' time. But back to you, Ines.
Thank you so much, Becky. That was really insightful, and these tips are awesome for what our members can do and in trying to build their social media communities, and also just growing their page. And up next, I would like to talk to you about a really awesome tool that is coming to Europe. It's called Link Generator, and you maybe have heard of it because it's already available in the US, but it's about to come to Europe in the next days, which is really exciting. And this is a tool that is going to allow you to make your social media posts more effective and hopefully drive those enrollments, which is overall the aim of this campaign that we've been talking about since the beginning. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Paige, and she is our EU web content manager. And so she's going to walk you through what this link generator is and what can you do with it. So now over to you, Paige.
This is the link generator tool. Wellness advocates will be able to access this in the My Account dropdown. The link generator currently is a way to allow you to create enrollment links where you can choose the products that will be on the enrollment order. You can set up the enroller and the sponsor and then send the link. So if anyone enrolls to that link, you get the credit for that enrollment. So to set up an enrollment link, you'll just select create an enrollment link and then choose the country and the language for the link. So this is the country of where the new enrollment or the new enrollee lives, and the language is the language that they would want to view the website in. The next is you choose if this person is going to be enrolling as a wholesale customer or a wellness advocate. And then you can choose if you want to do individual products or if you would like to set up a link using one of our enrollment kits. If you choose individual products, the system is going to automatically add the enrollment fee to the link, so you can make sure that that's automatically added to the enrollment order. So I'll choose the Family Essentials kit. And then from here, if I would like to add any additional products, I can do that using the search option. The next step is entering the referral details. As a wellness advocate, you would automatically be added as the enroller. But if you do wish to add another sponsor, you would just select add a sponsor and then type in the ID number of the wellness advocate that is in your downline. And then from here, you can just confirm that the information is correct. You can preview the link by clicking on this preview button, where you'll be able to see the beginning of that enrollment order. And then you can also copy the URL, or you can choose to share. And then from here, you can choose if you would like to share it to a specific social media platform, or if you would just like to have the URL. And that's Link Generator.
What is the idea behind this, and how are people using it in the US?
The idea behind the Link Generator is just to help make it easier for our wellness advocates to share doTERRA with other people. The benefit of the enrollment link is that if you're holding a class with a bunch of different people, and you have people after that class that say that they want to enroll with doTERRA and they'd like to have this product, you can then create that enrollment order for that individual and then send it to them. And then all they have to do is enter their personal details, their shipping and payment information. So it's removing a couple of the steps from the enrollment process for them.
Perfect. And also, like, if you are hosting like a webinar or like something online, you can just click the link below and you'll be able to enroll straight. Like, it's a quite straightforward process. So
yes,
it's just making things easier and eliminating some of the steps that people have to go through. So hopefully whenever like you post online, it's just one process that is a bit simpler. So
yeah,
it's really good, like, to marry it with this campaign, as we've been talking about enrollments and just the doTERRA lifestyle, and getting started with a new lifestyle, change something that you've been meaning to change, introduce more nature into your life, and just making it easier for everyone who's your audience. Paige, anything else you'd like to add about the link generator?
No, it's an amazing tool that we're really excited that we're finally able to bring it to Europe, because it's been asked for a long time. So we're just really excited to finally get this to Europe.
Awesome. So I'm gonna let Paige go. Thank you so much, Paige, and for showing us. And soon everyone will be getting an email in their email box about link generator being available in Europe, and you can start creating those links. So thank you so much, Paige.
Thank you.
And that's pretty much it. Thank you everyone who joined today. I hope you are excited about this upcoming campaign and the link generator. And if you do have any questions about any of it, the webinar is going to stay live on our YouTube channel. So you can always come back once the link generator is officially launched and just rewatch that part, or any part that you feel like you have questions about. Other than that, just hope you enjoy the campaign, that you share your routines, that you are falling in love with, and that you get other people excited about it as well. The whole idea behind this is to have you as the center of the campaign, your stories, your experiences, and how doTERRA has changed your life. So we just want you to share that, because your story is your most powerful tool. I'll leave you now. Thanks so much to everyone who joined today, and have a great evening. Bye.